Hi, I'm Maggie from Personal Euphoria, and today I'd like to talk about engaging the abs versus tucking the tailbone. Because in Pilates, we often talk about imprinted neutral, but also pulling your navel to the spine, gently engaging your abdominals, and sometimes I think people confuse those two types of motion because we have imprinted neutral, right, where you use your abs to rock your pelvis, so you're moving bones from one position to another. Okay, so this is imprinted neutral or tucking and releasing, pelvic tilts. Those are all the different names it has, and I'm just going to move my arm so you can see. My bones are actually moving. So my pelvis is moving in space, my low back presses against the mat and releases back to neutral. And that motion should come from the abs. It shouldn't come from the butt, right? My abs should be able to do that to a point. If I make it bigger, my butt has to get involved. But in the beginning, it's my abs, right? So for a range of motion, my abs can do that work. But when we say scoop the belly or gently engage the abs, it doesn't necessarily mean tuck the tailbone. And that's where I think people have a lot of confusion. When they zip their jeans or engage, I say zip the jeans, when they engage their abs, they often tuck their low back too. But that shouldn't have to happen. You should be able to engage your abs without moving your spine or your pelvis. So one way to play with this, and you might want to try it at home on your own, especially if you can get on all fours in front of a mirror, is to position your hands so they're right under your shoulders and your knees so they're right under your hips. And then I'm going to try to keep my shirt tight, but let your stomach release, let your stomach hang out. And then you can pull up on the abs and release. Engage the abs and release. Engage and release. And what I'd like you to notice is that when I engage my abs, my low back isn't moving. I'm not engaging the abs and tucking and releasing to neutral. So that's the difference. To engage the abs, you shouldn't have to tuck. Two separate things. You should be able to let your stomach go and pull it in. And let your stomach go and pull it in. Right? Without moving that pelvis. So that's sort of a safe place to play with it on all fours. I recommend trying that and then taking it and playing with it other places. When you're sitting, can you engage the abs without tucking the tailbone? When you're standing, which in some ways is the most dynamic, so you don't have gravity, like on all fours you have gravity, so your abs really hang, you can feel that there's motion. When you're standing, you have less of that, so there's less to feel, but it's also kind of the harder place to tuck your tailbone while you're doing it. So try it in all different positions, because you'll find that there are some of them are easier or harder than others for different reasons. So happy playing with the body and keep moving.